Many people think that investment is for people with money or for adults. That is simply not true. Anyone can invest, even students can invest. How do you start? By learning what is investment, what's the benefits of investment, what are the types of investment, and how can you invest. That is what this video will cover. So first of all, what is investing? To invest means that you are using your money in such a way that your money will grow for you, and in the future you get even more money. That is to put it simply. Secondly, why should you even invest? Investing is a very good habit to form. It helps you to plan for your future, to learn how to save to meet unexpected events in future. Now the good thing is that if you're a student, time is on your side. If you start investing now, by the time you are an adult or you are much older, you have a whole lot of money saved up. Now you may also be planning on starting your own business. You need capital. Lots of people think if you need capital, you need to go run into people for money. No, you can start saving now, you can start investing now, and within a few months or years, you can have the capital to start your own business. These are just a few of the benefits of savings or investing. Now let's look at 5 ways to invest. But before we look at the 5 ways, if you want to read more about the topic, visit my website, patstune.org. Now let's tune into it. Now the first and most important way to invest as a student is to invest in your education. Yes, hold on, don't tune off just yet. Why do I say invest in your education? Because investing in your education will not just give you short-term benefits, but will give you long-term benefits. How do you invest in your education? Buy books, pay for training, learn useful skills. For example, you're an IT student, you can invest in some online courses, Udemy and many other online classes that can teach you basic programming skills. Perhaps you're in senior high school, you want to get a degree someday, or you're reading HND, you want to get a bachelor's degree, or you already have a bachelor's degree, you want to get a master's, an MPhil, a PhD. You can invest towards that. Now, how do you do that? One way is through insurance companies. Now, many insurance companies offer educational policies. These are long-term educational policies for as long as sometimes 5 to 10 years. Now, you're thinking this is too long. No, this is not too long. Time flies. And within a few years, you'll be surprised that the time is up and you're getting your money back. Now, with insurance companies, you need to be cautious. Not all insurance companies are trustworthy. So you need to research on the best insurance companies. I have a video on that on my channel. You can look at it later on. And some of these best insurance companies, Star Life, Enterprise Life, they offer educational policies that you can start paying as little as 50 cedis, 100 cedis a month. And within a few years, you can get the capital or the money you need to pay for your master's degree or your bachelor's degree or your PhD. Now, as I said, investing in your education is so important because you're going to reap the benefits for many, many years to come. You're able to land a better job, earn more income, or start your own business, earn more money. You'll be able to qualify for promotions and even contribute to your retirement fund that you can enjoy later on when you go on retirement. So yes, invest in your education. The second way to invest is to get a piggy bank, or what we typically call a susu box. Don't underestimate a susu box. You're thinking, oh, just a susu box. You'll be surprised. Just save little amounts of money. It can even be coins. Just put 1 cedi, 2 cedis, 5 cedis, 10 cedis, whatever coins you have on a daily basis, or as often as you get these coins, put them in there. It will surprise you to know that within a year, you'd accumulate a whole lot of money. Now, susu box requires discipline. Get a susu box or a piggy bank that you can't easily open to take out money. You need to discipline yourself. Don't be taking out money frequently. Take it as your savings that you don't touch until you give yourself some time, say 6 months or a year or 2 years before you open it. Now for the third way, savings account. Now you've been saving some coins, some cedis, 5 cedis in your susu box, and you now have some amount of money. Now you take this amount of money and you now deposit it into a savings account. Please note, banks offer current accounts and savings accounts. Savings account earns interest. So you want to go for a savings account and not a current account. So if you want to know the best savings accounts or accounts for students, I'll put a link at the top. You can look at that video later on. Now, the good part of savings accounts is that you can't withdraw as often as you'd like. So you can set aside some money, maybe every month, every week, you put this amount in your savings account and it will earn you some interest. Instead of keeping the money at home, if it's in the bank, you'll be earning some interest on the money. Now, most of these savings accounts for students are free. You don't even need a minimum deposit account or initial accounts to open it. So as I said, look at the video and it will give you more details on the types of savings accounts you can go for. Now, the fourth way to invest, this is also very important, is Treasury Bills. Now, there are many forms of investments, but know that in investing, we say high risk, high reward. So if you invest in risky ventures, then it means that the risk that you actually lose all your money is very high. But if you invest in less risky ventures, the interest will be small, but the probability that you lose your money is also very low. So it is for this reason that I say Treasury Bills. Now, there are other ones like bonds and so on, but for Treasury Bills, the interest is not too high, but then your money is relatively safe. Don't forget that with investments, you can lose your money no matter how safe it is, but for Treasury Bills, they are relatively safer. So how does it work? You've accumulated some money, you can now go to the bank, let's say maybe 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis, and then say you are buying T-bills. Now, T-bills is sort of like you are lending money to the government. And so even though you buy it through the bank, it is actually money you are lending to the government. Now, you can buy it 91 days, 182 days, or 1 year. So in other words, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. Now, this will earn you more interest than what you get from your savings account. So you can buy it from EcoBank, ABSA, GCB, basically almost any bank offers T-bills. And as I said, you earn interest depending on which of them you go for. So with the 3 months, you earn lower interest. 6 months, you earn a little more interest. With 1 year, you again earn a little more interest. Now, the interest rate changes over time. So I'll not give you any specific interest rates. You can find out from the bank once you get there. So as I said, it is relatively safer as compared to businesses. So for businesses, the risk is higher, but you earn more money. But for T-bills, the risk is lower. You earn a little less money. Now, the fifth way to invest as a student is to invest in a business. When I say invest in a business, it doesn't mean go to Makola and get a huge store or anything like that. No, you can start very small. You can start with buying small things like airtime, food, clothing, or you can do freelance work if you're into graphic design, photography, even writing blogs or articles, or if you have some skills like hair braiding or things like that, you can start investing or doing some freelance work in that. Now, investing in a business requires a bit of capital. So first, as I said, you start with a piggy bank, you earn some money, you save it, you earn some money, maybe buy T-bills, or now you put that capital into a business. Now, please, as much as possible, refrain from borrowing money to start a business. Try to start the business with your own savings. That reduces the risk. So these are the 5 ways, but here are some quick tips for you if you want to invest. Now, start small. As I said, you don't need a whole lot of money to start investing. With the piggy bank, you can just start with coins. Then also note that investment takes a long time, so be patient. Don't fall for quick get rich quick scams. So if you're eager to invest and someone says, hey, come, I'll double your money for you, I'll give you 50%, these are mostly scams. So don't be greedy. Note that investment takes time to grow the money, and so be patient. Also, very important, before you invest, research. Watch YouTube videos, go online, do some research into investment, talk to people who have invested, and do some research before you actually decide on which one to go for. Now, if you're using any of these methods and it is benefiting you, please tell us in the comments. And as I said, if you want to see the best banks where you should save, you can click on this video. But if you also want to borrow some money and you need to know which of the best money lending apps are out there in Ghana, you can also click on this video. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.